To respect the people who have joined, is 3 minutes to time. Welcome to the East Central and South Africa Microsoft Excel Forum, brought to you by Crisp Excel Training and Consulting. If you'd like to support these webinars and masterclasses, please subscribe in our YouTube channel. I'll share the link. And then you get more classes there. Today, we are honored to have Hussein. Hussein is a BI and Excel consultant and trainer, over 10 years in the financial sector. He's also a graduate in statistics and econometrics and a certified Excel and BI professional. His areas of expertise is Power BI, Excel, business intelligence, and corporate training. So you can follow Hussein on LinkedIn. I will send you the link. He has good solutions for Excel challenges, and he shares a lot of interesting functions and better ways to use Power BI. He also has a website where you can visit more and learn about his trainings on Power BI, both in English and French, Excel Business Intelligence, Excel Expert 365. He's going to tell us more about his trainings. So the topic of today is SQL queries using Excel functions. So without wasting more time, Hussein, welcome.
Thank you very much, Crispo. Good morning, and good afternoon for all participants in this webinar. So I am Hussein Satou. As you said, I'm a consultant trainer in BI, especially in Excel and Power BI. And I worked many years in the financial sector in the insurance industry and in banking industry. And I use a lot of Excel during my work. So, and with this using, I'm falling in love with this tool. And I'm also a Power BI developer. At this time, I'm working as consultant. I develop solution for companies, and I am also a trainer. I have training in Excel and Power BI. So I will share my screen. I will share Excel workbook. Okay. Is it okay for Crispo?
Yes, we can see
okay.
it. Okay, sorry. In case you have a question, as Hussein presents, you can raise your hand or you can put it in the chat, and then I'm pretty sure he will be happy to answer.
Exactly. You can ask at any time. Okay. So as I said, I'm Hussein Satou. I'm a consultant and a trainer in BI, especially Power BI and Excel. I am trainer also in Excel, advanced and intermediate, and also BI with Excel, which means Power Query and Power Pivot, and also trainings in Power BI. So I'm from Algeria, and I work on this city, okay? And I add this sentence: I love participating to the challenges on LinkedIn, especially challenges that are published by Crispo Mwangi, okay, by Excel BI, and by Omid Motamidi Sada. These three guys are sharing very, very cool and very challenging challenges, sometimes daily. And when you I highly recommend for people to participate to these challenges to learn Excel or another languages like Python or Power Query M. And you can try these challenges and read the solution of other participants. And for me, I learned a lot from these challenges, so I would like to thank these three guys and Crispo who are working, do very nice work. So during this session, we will talk about Excel functions, especially the new Excel functions that we can do to replicate some SQL command to create tables. Actually, in Excel, we have about 515 functions. I updated this information as 3 days ago. You can see all the functions that are available in Excel by following these links, okay? And when you follow these links, you will see all the Excel function on the Microsoft website. Sometimes when Excel launch new function or add new function, they talk about this function on a blog. They have a blog, Excel blog, and you can. I recommend you to read this blog because they talk about each item that they answer to Excel functions or functionalities. And here, for example, we have the last blog post. They talk about what's new in February in 2025. Okay. And finally, there's a third link, which is the link to Blog Office Insider. Perhaps as you know, we can turn our Excel into Insider program or beta channel. And sometimes when, okay, for example, I am in a beta channel. And sometimes Excel, they launch new function, but this function is only available within the beta channel. So if you want to be updated with this information, you can check this blog. And on this blog, if I filter only for Excel, all right, okay, we can see here each function or functionality that was added to do beta channel of Excel. After some time, they make this new function or functionality as general available, and this new function will be available for all Excel users, especially in the version 365. The last version of Excel that we have, so actually we have two kind of version in Excel. We have the subscribe version, which is 365, and there are licensed version, which there are a lot. The last one is 2024. Here I added a table with all functions and in which version that are available. So if we have blank like this one, that means this function are available in version, all versions, and in old version like 2016 or 2013. The new one, I say the new version, sorry, I mean the function that were added only in version 2021, 2024, and 365. So here is the list of the new version, new Excel that were added within the last version. Okay. Some of them are only available within the version 365. All right. And I think the last Excel function that were added is detect languages and translate, and the three Excel regular expression functions that were added within this last version. Okay. So now we will start using our examples. So in this sheet, I have two tables. The first table is a table named tab.geo. Within this table, I have two columns. A column that lists many countries from two continents, North America and South America. And second table, named tab chart, is table with four columns. Year column, direction. By direction, we mean export or import, a country, and value. And these two tables are extracted from the international trade between my country, Algeria, and countries of North and South America. So I will use these two tables to querying and to try our Excel functions. Okay. Here, for example, if I check, these two tables are formatted as an Excel table. If I check the name here, this one is tab.geo, and this one is tab chart. So, for the first example, I need to select all columns from tab.geo. In SQL, we use the command select star from tab.geo. In Excel, we can simply write tab, the name of our table, and we will get all the rows and all the columns of our tables. Here I will open just Excel Lab just to show you the formula in the right side of my screen. Okay.
Hussein, sorry, I think you are using two screens. There's some things that we cannot see, I think, on the other screen.
Sorry, Crispo?
Are you using two screens?
Yes, I'm using Zoom It to zoom into the screen.
Oh, okay, okay. It's okay. You can continue then.
Just to zoom to and to simplify okay. The reading. Okay.
Okay, it's okay. Okay.
So here I'm to show all the columns from the table geo. We just use this we just write the name of our table into the cell. And because we are in Excel 365 and also in Excel 2024 or 2021, the Excel, the cells are dynamic. So this is the huge adding of these versions. When we write the function into one cell, we can get the result into many cells or into a range of cells. Okay. So here I type just tab.geo and I get all the table. Now, if I want to get the rows, the columns, and also the headers, we can just put here tab.geo, then open brackets, and add here headers. Okay. Enter. Sorry, all, not headers. All, and you will get all your table values and the headers. It's simple. Now I go to the second example. In this example, I need to select year, country from chart table. If we are in SQL, we can just select the name of our desired columns and from the name of the table. In Excel, we have a new function, which is choose columns. If I go to the list of my function, sorry, okay, here, choose column. We have this new column, choose columns or choose rows, that were added since the version 2024, and these functions are available in Excel 365. So here I will just put choose calls from the array from the table tab chart, and I will list the number of the position of my columns. Here is the first column, so I will put 1, and country is the third column, so I will put 3, and I will get my 2 columns, year and country. So if I put the position of my columns, this is mean that I know the position of my columns into my table. But sometimes, and many times, it's not the case, because sometimes we work on a table that with 20 or 30 columns, and sometimes we connect to new table. We don't know the position of the columns. So here the best way is to check the position of the year within the list of headers. To do that, we can use another great function, which is xmatch. If I change now this formula, I can type here just xmatch year within tab chart headers. Okay? And it will give me, if I highlight this part, xmatch, it told me the result of this formula is 1. Okay? So here you will select the first column. The same if I want to get the position of year, I will do the same, xmatch, and here instead of N5, it will be N05, okay? And here is the result. I can get the 2 columns. But because we are in Excel 365, I don't need to repeat each time the xmatch function for each columns. So I can remove this part, and instead of selecting here N5, I will select N5 to N6, all the range of my headers, and I will get the correct answer, because here the result of this part of this function xmatch is 1, 3, as you can see here. Okay, and with these 2 functions, choose calls and xmatch, we can select our columns depending on the name of the columns that are placed into the header. Okay, here I come back just to the first example. I show you that we can use all here to show the rows and the headers. But when you use this formula, you need to be careful, because in this case, the header will be considered as a row into the table. So if, for example, I want to sort the value of this table, I can use the function sort. If I sort these values, I will get a name of country within the first column. And if I sort descending, I will just put here 1, then -1. We will see the sort function after. Okay. Here you will see that that is sorting, and we cannot see the headers, because the header were, I will check, sorry, country, here. The header now is considered as a row, so you need to be careful. This is why I avoid to use this all within my functions. Okay, so we remove this sort, and during all the other example, I will no longer use the all within the name of the table to avoid this mistake. Now I'll go to the third example. In this example, we need to select year, direction, and value from top chart, where country equal to Brazil. The where command in SQL, we use it to filter our result. And to filter into Excel, now we have a very cool function, which is filter. Okay, so I will start by filtering my table. So I will filter, okay, my table subtract. Second parameter, I must give the condition, what I want to include. So here I will filter according to the country column, okay, country. Then I will just put equal to Brazil. And there is Brazil, okay. And here I have all the rows with Brazil as country name. But here I need just to show the year, direction, and values. So I can add choose column before this function, before filter, choose columns. And I will add the number, the position of my columns. Year 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. And also we can use Xmatch to let Excel detecting the position of the columns. Okay, if there is any question, just tell me. Okay, fourth example. Now we need to filter for two countries, Brazil and Cuba. In SQL, when we use the where commands, we can add many conditions separated by or, which means Brazil or Cuba. Okay, the or in computer coding or in mathematics, the or is translated as plus, which means a combination of these two conditions. Okay, so here if we use, I will just copy the previous formula, because we will need to show the same columns. And here I will let only filter. Okay, now I have Brazil. To add another country like Cuba, I will put the first condition into parentheses, then add plus and open new parentheses and say top chart country 2, okay, and equal to Cuba, and close the two parentheses. And now I have the rows from Cuba and Brazil. Okay, and I will choose only the fourth, third, and first, second and fourth column. Okay, so here is the function. Filter the name of the table, then the conditions with plus, because here we need to filter into the same column. We cannot say Brazil and Cuba, but Brazil or Cuba. We translate the or by plus within this function. Another example of using filter this time I need to filter country where country are in Brazil, Cuba, and Argentina. Okay. Now I have three values to filter, and I can add other values, for example, other countries, USA or Canada. So I have to imagine that if I use like the previous function, each country within a condition, I will get a lot, many conditions. Imagine that I have 10 countries to filter. I will create formula like tab trad equal Brazil plus tab trad equal Cuba plus tab trad equal USA plus, and the formula will be huge and difficulty to read it and to execute it. Okay, so here we will translate the in command of where into an Excel function, and you will see how we can do that. So here I will just copy this, the name of this countries. Okay, I come back here. I can say, hey, filter tab trad. This time found the name of all these countries of the column country of tab trade. Okay, I will zoom. Okay, so found this, the name of this column within this list. Brazil. Of course, I put my list between parameters. Okay, and here, what the tool will do? The function found. The function found will find each value of the columns if this value is written within this string. And I will, to check, I close my bracket, my parenthesis, sorry. Here I have an error because if I highlight only this part, here what you can see, I have many errors because the first rows of the column country, Antigua and Barbuda, are not included into the string Brazil, Cuba, Argentina, so it will generate an error. So to avoid this error, I will add another function, which is if error. So if there is an error, please give me 0. Okay. This time, if I commit my formula, you will see that all the rows from Cuba, Brazil, and Argentina are selected. Okay. And here, what is the result of found? You can see the result of found here. So 0, it means it does this values are not included within the strings. But if we add, for example, Bahamas in our list, we see here. Okay, I will add Bahamas, for example. Now the Bahamas is included, and if I check second time this function, if error, now what we can see 0, 0, 0, which is for the first rows of Antigua and Barbuda, because they are not listed into the string. Next, we have 1, 1, 1, 1, which is the result of finding Bahamas. Because Bahamas is the first here, we will get 1. If I change the position of Bahamas, for example, I will put it within between Cuba and Argentina, for example. Now, if I check the result of my function, here I will get 15 because Bahamas start from the B of Bahamas start is in the 15th position. Okay, and the logic of Excel, when you have 0, it means false, so this row will not be included into the result. But if the result is other than 0, any other integer, okay, 1, -1, 2, 3, 4, the other the numbers other than 0 are considered as true. So all these rows will be included into the final result. Okay, but here we have still, yes.
I was wondering, is it can you also use its number instead of if error and 0? Can you use its number?
Here, yeah, it's number, but if it's in error, it cannot say if it is number or no. If I now yes, we have to remove this part. Okay, and yeah, it worked because here if it's an error, it will, sorry, I will, okay, if it's an error, it will give you false, but yeah, if it's not an error of is in our case is number, the result will be true. So yes, you will get the correct result. Okay, Chris?
Okay.
But here we have still another problem. Because here, imagine that I add USA, okay? In my list here, in my countries, I have USA in here, okay? If I add USA, instead of Brazil, for example, I will get USA into my result, which is good, which is cool. But imagine that I have another country named USA bis, for example, or 2. Okay, USA 2, for example. We imagine it's another country, USA 2. Normally, the USA 2 will not be included into the result because this country does not exist in my list. Okay, but if I type enter, I go down, I will still find USA because the name, the USA, is included into USA 2, and now it's not correct. Okay, so here, but if we do the same within the command of SQL, here if we add USA 2, into the SQL, you will check the all word of USA 2 and not only a part. This is the difference. So here we have to modify our function. So instead of using found into a list, we will check for each value separately into the column country of the table. So in these cases, if I want to split these values, I can use another new function, which is text split. Text split is new function added, I think, in 2023 with the text after and text before. And at this time, this function are available within the version 2024 and 365. And these functions are very, very useful. I will use the function text split here just to split my text. Okay, I add my text here. First argument. The second argument, we need this the parameter, the delimiter. In my example is comma space, and that's it. Okay, and here I will get the list of my countries. Now I can say I can add a function xmatch as we see in the previous example. Now I will use xmatch to find the position of these countries within the country column of the trap table. Okay, so I will here add the top thread and add the country column. And now I have the position of my countries. The first one is not found because USA does not exist. And this is what I want to do. I don't want to find only a part of a word, but whole word, whole name of the country. And the other country are also listed. By why Argentina is not Argentina? I think, yeah, there is here two spaces, okay. Now I can add if error, if you don't found R is number, okay. And here for the first, because it's an error, so it's not a number, it will be false. And for the other result, it would be true. And I can now add this part, this formula, to my first column. Yeah, okay. And I add close parentheses and what's the yes, and I will get the correct answer. Okay, no, it's not the correct answer. Sorry, what is the mistake here? Oh yeah, I need to reverse, because here we need to, I come back here, we need to find the position of this column within these values and not these values within this column. So I have to reverse here. Sorry, it was a mistake. So just I will take this part, okay. Okay, and the first one I add is number. And for example, here Antigua and Barbuda is false because I don't add them into my list. I didn't add them into my list. Next, I have true for Bahamas. Next, I have false for Barbados, and so on. Okay, this is the correct formula. I will add this formula to my previous formula here. Number. And here is the result. I have now Bahamas and all the Cuba, Argentina, all the countries that are listed into my list. And if I correct USA, I delete to USA, I will also get USA within my list. And if I want to add another country, for example, Colombia, okay, I will get now perhaps Colombia with yeah. If I check now, yes, I have Colombia into my list. Okay, and because we need to show only year, country, value, so I will add here choose columns to my formula and add 1, 2, and 4. And here is the result. And we answered our question. So with X match and found all the countries of the column within our string, we replicated the in command of where command of SQL. Okay, and we got the correct answer. Okay, so I will go to the sixth example. In this example, we are asking to show all rows where country is equal to Brazil from the column country and direction is equal to export. Within this column, we have two values, export and import. Okay, and we will use only the function filter as we see in the previous examples. So here it will be filter the table subtract where country subtract country equal to Brazil and here because the conditions are into separated columns, so here it will not be or but and. So the and is translated as start or multiplication. So here I have to put the first condition within parentheses and the second condition will be within parentheses 2 subtract export direction, sorry, equal export. And I close the two parentheses and here I got table with for Brazil into and for only the direction export, and the same as we used with the other example. I need only columns 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. And here the two conditions are and. So Brazil from the first column, country, and export from the second column, direction. And to make the condition, we need to add a start or a multiplication. Okay. And of course, because we are in Excel, I can add parameters. Suppose that I want to to choose if I want to see export or import. We can add parameters here. For example, I can add validation list. Okay. Yeah, I add a list, and within this list, I add value from direction column. And here I can choose what I did. Okay. So here the column. Was the example 5, okay, 6, sorry, 6. I will add color. And now I can choose between export and import, and I will add the result of this cell within my function. So here, instead of export, I add the result of this cell. So if I choose import, I will get import, and if I choose export, I will get export. This is another huge thing. If we are in SQL, we have to rewrite this. If we want to see for import, we need to rewrite all the script. But here with Excel, by using parameters, it's very more simple. Example 7. Now, we need to select here direction values from tab trade, where country is Brazil and direction is export. It's the same as the previous, so I will just copy this column to gain more times, okay? And now we need to sort the result. Here in SQL, we use the command order by. In Excel now, we can use the function sort or sort by. Here, because we want to sort by value, in our cases is the third column, we can use here sort this table. Then for the second parameter, we need to type the index of our sorting columns. Here it will be a value, so it's the third column. I put 3. Then I can choose the sort order. Here we need the descending order, so it will be -1. And I will get the result in descending order. Sort function is also new. And this function is added, I think you can find it, sort and sort by, in 2021, 2024, and current 365 version of Excel. Okay. Other example of using sort. Now we need to sort everything from tab thread. But here we need to sort with 3 columns. So here we need to sort by year into descending order, then by direction into an ascending order, because in SQL when the default order is ascending. Then the third sorting is with the value columns in descending order. So here I will just put tab thread. Then we need the sort tab thread. So sorting index in our cases, because we will do it with the year column, the first column, we will put 1. Sorry, 1. Then the sorting order, which is -1. But here I cannot add other sorting columns. Okay, so if I put enter, I will get the sorting only by year. But I want to sort them also by direction, then by value. So here to add other sorting index, we can put all the sorting index within curly brackets, okay? Sorry, between curly brackets. So you add curly brackets. Then next, the first column that I want to use is here, so the first one, then direction, the second one, and value, which is the fourth column. And here, if I type enter, I will get the sorting into descending order for the 3 columns. But I want that for the second column, the sort will be ascending. So I can add here curly brackets, -1, descending, ascending, then descending. And I close. And this time, my table is sorted with year in descending order, direction is ascending order, and then value in descending order by putting all the sorting index within curly brackets and the orders into curly brackets also. And here we sorted with 3 columns. And we also can do the same with sort by, but if I use sort by, we need to write the name of the columns, because sort by let you add, if I put here, let you add many sorting columns, but you need to write them. So in my opinion, it's better to use sort with the position of the columns within curly brackets. Okay. Example 9. Here we need to select the distinct value of year and direction from top thread. To do that in Excel, in SQL, we use the command distinct. In Excel, we have now a function called unique, which is available, I think, since 2021. Yes, so it's available in 365, 2021, and 2024. The unique function gives you the distinct value of a column. So here, if I want to get the distinct value of year, I just put unique, okay? Then the name of my column. Sorry. And here you get the distinct value of our column. Here, the unique word is means distinct in our in Excel. Okay, it doesn't mean unique value that appears once, only one time. Like for people who use Power Query, when you use the distribution or the profiling of your column, you have distinct and unique. Unique in Power Query, it means the values that appears only one time into the list, into the column. But here unique, no. Here the function unique will give you the list of value that the distinct list of your values. Okay, but we can use the unique function to get only the unique values, which means the value that appears only one time into your list. In my example, I don't have, but if I add list here, for example, A, B, C, A, for example, okay? If I use unique, I will get distinct value of the column. If I add at the end the third parameters of unique function, here if I choose true, this function return item that appears exactly once. Okay, so I put true or 1, I will get only B and C, because B and C appears once into my list. So we can use this function to get the unique values and the distinct values in our list. And also we can use it to get the distinct value of many columns. For example, if I want to get from year and the direction, I add here year, then direction, okay? With brackets. Right? And now I got the distinct values from year and direction. And that was our question. Other example, now the example 10. Sometimes in SQL, we need to show only the top rows, especially if we have a lot of rows and we need only the top rows as simple. We can use in T-SQL, we can use the command top. So here in Excel, to get the the same result, we can use a new function, very big cool function, which is take. Okay, take function is available in version 2024 and Excel 365. Function is very simple. You need just to put equal take. Then from top chart, the number of rows that we want to include. Here, I need only the 5 first rows. Okay, and I got 5 first rows. If I want to get the last rows, it will be the same, but instead of 5, I put -5. Minus mean from the last, okay? -1, and I will get the last 5 rows. If I want to let only the first or the first and second columns, I can put here 2, and I will get only the first and second columns, and so on. Take will reduce the number of rows and also the number of columns, okay? And sometimes in T-SQL, we can add top 10% in percentage. For example, here, if I want to get top 10% of my rows, which means if I count the number of rows within my table, I have 624. So 10% will be 62, okay? So to do that, I can use take. I will use it with this one. So, or take. Then, the name of table, chapter. The number of rows that I want to maintain is 10%. So I will count the number of rows. I will use count, function count, with the column tab try. As you know, count is used only with number columns. Okay, so I need to use numbers here. Is formatted as number, so it will work. And the result, I multiply it by 10% or 0.1, and I will get only the 62 first columns in my tables. If I want 1%, I will get only the sixth first column of my tables. Okay. Response question is 10%. So here we introduced another new function, which is take. At this time, we saw many new functions like take, choose columns, choose calls, filter, sort. Okay. I go to example 11, and now we are going to use very, very interesting function that was added, I think, last year. Okay, group by, which is new and it's available only in version 365. The group by function is like the group by command of SQL. We can group values and aggregate these values with sum, means, and many other functions. In this example, we want to select year and count the number of each year into the table. So it's very simple with this new function. We can just put group by, okay? Then year, subtract, yeah. And the values, here the values, because I want to count the year, I can put any columns, okay? So I will put the second time tab chart, yeah. And the third parameters, we need to add the function. There are a list of functions that you can use, and of course, We can use other function with the lambda function, but at this time we need only to count the value of column here, and because here is formatted as number, we can use count, and I will get the result. So here appears 64 times, 2014 appears 70 times, and in total I have 624 rows. So this function is very, very cool and very, very helpful also. Okay. Now, if I go to the example 12, here we need to select here the count them, but this time we need to filter. Here we have group by year, having year greater than 2015. So I will just use the same function, formula, sorry. And here to filter, to get only years that are greater than 2015, we can filter our columns here, or the result, or within this function, we can add a filter, which is very helpful. If we go into so here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 parameters, filter array. Here we can filter our table before the calculation. Okay, so here we need to filter our column here. So I can just put subtract here, and I will ask the group by function to take in consideration only the years that are greater than 2015, and this filter is added into the function group by, and here the group by function, sorry, will first filter, then will group by. And here if I put enter, sorry, I will get the result of my group by since 2026. So here I filtered like we do in SQL with the command having. The group by function is very cool too, because here we can also add another parameters. For example, if we don't want to show the total, we can hide it. Now totals, ground the totals. If we have more than one column, we can show subtotals, and it looks like you are into a pivot table. Okay, we have another parameter here to sort. If I want to sort, for example, with the result of the second column, I can just put 2 here and enter, and I will get sorting into ascending order. If I want to get the result into descending order, I can put minus, and -2 will be into descending order. And by default, if I remove this part, it will be for the result will be sorting with the first column into ascending order. I go rapidly to do 13 example. And in this example, what we have, we are asked to select here direction count as number. So we need to name our new column number, and the sum of value as total, and average. So here we need to add 3 aggregation function. Okay, and group everything by year and direction. So here we will use group by. All right, group by, okay? Because we need to sort by year and direction, I will put tab thread, okay? Yeah. Then direction. Here, if I'm doing this because year and direction are not separated, okay? Direction is following year, okay? If direction is not following year, we cannot do that, okay? So here we have to use another function, which is add stack. We will see it later, okay? Now, then the values here are the column value, so tab value. And we want to aggregate by count, but we cannot add another aggregating function. So here we need to put them within into all the function must be into the third parameter. So here, perhaps I can do that. I can open parentheses, count, then sum, and average. I will check. Up, it does not work. So here we have to use a new function. Sorry, just to not rewrite all the formula. This other new function is hash stack or horizontal stack. Okay. So here I can a stack work like this. If I want to stack, for example, this part with this part, I can use the function stack, and I will get the first part, the second part. So in our formula, we can stack, horizontal stack our functions with the function stack here, okay? And this time we will get our result. Now I grouped year and direction by value, and I get the count, the counting of rows, the total as sum, and the average of each year, each direction. Here, for example, in 2012 in export, I have 35 rows with total of 19 billions and an average of 5 billion. Okay. And because we need to give name for this column, as we have a stack, we have another function stake, okay, which is vstack. So the first one we stack horizontally and the second one vertically. And I can here add in this the name of my headers. So here I will just put the name of my headers. So NB, okay. Then total and mean or average, okay. As average, okay. Next, I need to vstack this list with my table, group by table. So here I will use vstack, and I will get my new headers, but here we need to use add for the first columns too, yeah, and direction. And we have our headers. Now, the header that was created by the formula, we need to hide it. Okay, so if I come back to group by, I can hide here the field headers. I select 0 or no, and sorry, not 0, no. Yes. Oh, headers now. Headers is here is the headers that we take from how to say, from our tables, not the generated header. Sorry, yeah. So here we can use another new function, and because we have take that we saw before, we saw the function take, which let you select rows and columns. We have another function which is drop. Drop will remove rows and columns that you don't need. So in our example, before group by, I will say Excel to remove, so drop from this array. At the end, remove please the not here but here. Remove the first row. I will put 1, and voila, I got my result. So I replicated this SQL script with my Excel functions, and in this example I used a lot of new functions: vstack, drop, group by, and a stack. Okay, if there is any question, please don't hesitate to respond. Okay.
Okay, I think people are absorbed. I'm also learning very many tricks. So I'll ask questions later on.
Okay, I will show you only this example, and it will be the end. Okay.
Okay.
Here I need to show the top 5 and the last bottom 5 too. According to this parameter, I want to show the first top 5 rows and the last 5 rows, and I want to merge them within a single table. So here I can use the function take that we saw before. From take here, I will just get the table top chart, okay? And I will show only the 5 first row. If I want to merge it with the bottom rows, I will use this type of function that we saw in the previous example. Now I will just put take from also top chart -5. And here I have a table with the first 5 rows and the first last 5 rows. And because we can use parameters, I will remove 5 and select from these parameters. And if I change here, I will put, for example, 7. I will get top 7 and the last 7. But if the number increase, it will be too difficult to determine where are the first 10 and the last 10. So here we can add another column. Okay, so I want to add here another column that show me that this first row as top and this last row as are the last into my table. So here I will also use another new function, which is sequence. Sequence, which is available in 2021, 2024, and 365. And here what I have to do, because in each time I will get here the number in the result, I will get the number of rows, which is the parameter multiplying by 2. So here I can add sequence of this parameter multiplying by 2. And here I will get sequence of from 1 to 10. If I put here 7, I will get sequence from 1 to 14. Okay? And because I want to show top and last, I can say, hey, if sequence is less than the parameter plus 1, then at top, otherwise last. And here I will get for the first 4 rows top. If I change, I will put 3, for example, I will get only for the top 3 columns top and the last columns last. But I want that the result to include the result within this table. So I will copy this table. Okay. I will add it here. So we need to this time horizontally concatenate the 2 tables. So I will use as stack. So as stack the sequence, this result with the other value, and I will get my result by this time using as stack, vstack, sequence, and take. All these are new functions, and with this new function we can do very cool thing, especially for people who want to replicate SQL script. And you need to know something, because I read one time into a blog post, and into the Excel ideas, the website in which we can recommend to Microsoft to add something to Excel. Many people asked Microsoft to add a function that exists in Google Sheet, which is query. This function, we don't have it in Excel. Query lets you execute SQL script directly into your Google Sheet, into your cells, into Google Sheet. So because we don't have this function within Excel, we can use the other function to remake or replicate a SQL script directly within Excel. So that's it, Chris. But there are other examples. I don't know. I think we don't have enough time. So if there is any question, let me know it.
I don't think there are. I don't know whether there are any questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. I will unmute you, or you can write it on the chat. Anyone with a question? For me, I didn't know that the sort function can do that. I think that's the greatest takeaway I have today. I've always wondered how to sort differently, ascending, descending based on different columns. Yes. And
it's a good trick.
Yeah, that was a great trick. I don't know where you learned it from, but that's a great trick to have. I also didn't know about the unique function. This so much you have done with the unique function and the take and the count.
Yes.
Where do you learn all these tricks between these functions? The thing you did with the take and count was also interesting for me.
Okay. Yeah.
So where do you learn these tricks? If somebody wants to become as good as you, what advice would you give them?
So you need to practice. You need to practice. And as I said when I started the session, there are 3. I will share my screen here. Just follow these 3 guys. This is my recommendation for people who want to excel in Excel, Crispo, Excel BI, and Omin, because they with the challenge that they add into LinkedIn, you will try. So you need to practice. We try to resolve these problems, and then you can read the solution from the other from the other people. And there are very cool people. I learned a lot from them, and especially in Excel or also in Power Query or Python. There are a lot of solutions, and you can learn a lot. And you need to be, if you are in Excel 365, just follow this blog, Excel blog and Blog Office Insider if you are into a beta channel, to be aware about all the newest things that are added to Excel.
Okay. Seems I was not the only one who was enjoying. Gladys is saying the lesson today was amazing.
Sorry, Crispo, sorry for one thing. There are another examples, but we don't have enough times. Okay.
No, we can. If you have time, we have time.
We can add another examples.
Yeah, we can add as many examples as you want.
Okay. So because there are another cool functions. So here, for example,
Let's continue.
In all my previous examples, I used only one table, tab chart. But what if I want to use two tables into my script? And someone asked me this question recently on LinkedIn. Person asked me if we can use two tables within group by. So here I will show you that yes, we can do it. For example, here in this example, we need to select country, value, continent. Country and value from the tab chart table as TR. And value, continent from the tab geo table. Okay. So here, what can I do? I will just add the continent to this table. So here, I will just use another very, very cool functions, which is XLOOKUP. It's a new function. It's available in the 2021, 2024, and 365. I will look up for all the countries from tab chart. Okay. The lookup array, I will look up within country, but this time from tab geo. Okay. And the result, continent from tab geo. And here I will get for each column into the table the continent, North America or South America. So here I made, if you want, a join. I joined or merged my two tables, tab geo with tab chart, with tab geo. Now, because this, we have to imagine that this new column is added to tab chart as the fifth column. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want just to select country, value, continent from the new table. To create this new table, I can just vstack, horizontal stack, tab geo, tab chart, with the new column. And now it looks like I have a new table with 5 columns. 4 columns from tab geo and the newest column from continent. And here I need just to choose between into this result country, which is this time as in the third, value 4th, and continent 5th So I can say, hey, just choose calls 3, 4, and 5. And I have my result, country, value, and continent. Okay, so here with XLOOKUP, I joined my two tables. I added value from this table into this table. Okay, with XLOOKUP. Then I selected the desired count. Another example, the 16 example here. This time is perhaps more complicated. This time we need to select continent here, some value as total, sorry, from top chart as, so select continent here, sum of total of values from TL, which is tab chart as total, left join tab geo as geo on country and country. Here the on country tab chart country tab geo country, we have to use the XLOOKUP as we see in the previous example. Then we need to group by continent. I want to get the result by continent and year. Okay, so each year of each continent, and at the end I want to order by total, which is the new column that will be added with the function sum of the group by. Okay, so we need to group by. Sometimes to make our formula more simple to read, we can use the let function. Let function also is new. This new function, I think it's available in all these new versions, yes, in 2021, 2023, and 365. Let you declare variables into your function. So here I will use let. For the first parameter variable, I will create the XLOOKUP function as we did before. So I will call it, sorry, I will call it continent, okay? And it will be XLOOKUP, sorry, XLOOKUP, okay? Tab chart country, lookup array tab geo country. Okay, we see the same example before, and the result will be the continent from tab geo. I will try this to jump into Excel cells. Just Alt and Enter, okay? And here the continent is, I have to, yes, to close this parenthesis. Now the function will recognize my new variable, which is continent, and I have here the continent. Now I will generate the new table. We call it new, okay, which is a stack, horizontal stack of tab chart and my new function, my new column, sorry. And here we can check result. Now I have, with these two variables, count and new, I have a new table which contains all the columns from tab chart and the new column from tab geo, which is the continent. Now I can just group the result here. The last I will use group by new. Okay. This this new we want to group by the first. Sorry, I have to check something. Okay. So here, sorry, yes. Not by group by, but sorry, by we need to group by, because here the example continent and year. Okay, so we need to group by. Hashtag this time. I will take the year from abstract. Abstract. Yeah, no, the continents first. Sorry, so it will be the result of my calculation and subtract country. So here, just to show the result. Okay, here is the result. New. Okay. Here I have only continent and years. Now I want to group by these two columns. So I will add here group by new and value from tab chart table. A value, what is value here? Okay. And now I want to aggregate by only sum. Yes, only sum. I check the result. Now I have grouped by continent, which came from tab geo, and year. No, it's not here. Here it's so here year, not country. Okay. So continent from tab geo and year comes from tab chart, and sum of value that comes also from tab chart. So I joined the table and got the aggregation by continent and year. Okay, and here we are asked to sort by the new function, which is total, not value here. Okay. I want to sort descending order with the third column. So if I come back to group by, we have field headers now, total depth now, and sort order. Because total is the third column, so I will just put 3. And by default, the sorting is ascending, so I need to add minus here, and I respond to I get the result. Here, when you change the behavior of sorting, okay, automatically the group by function will add subtotals. Here, for example, I have for each row the amount by continent and year, and at the end I have the subtotal by continent. It's the same for here. I have the subtotal for the second continent, and at the end I have the grand total. Okay. If I don't want to show the subtotals, I can remove them. Here is the second parameter. Here I can no totals. I can choose no totals, and it will hide all subtotals and total. If I want to show only total without subtotals, I can also have choose grand totals only, which is 1. I will get the grand total. And we can also show the subtotals as we see now in this example. Okay, so this was the example 16. We can do another example here. I think it will be the last one. Here we have to choose to select distinct year and direction to get the sum of value from third table, only top thread, where year is between 2013 and 2016, and to group all the results by year and direction having value greater than 6 billion. Okay, so here I can just use the previous example, or we will create it from the beginning. So first I need to create a new table that group by year and direction, and the value is and to aggregate value as sum to get the total. But during the group by, I need to filter in order to get only the result of years between 2013 and 2016. Okay, so here we can use group by year and direction. So here from top thread, direction. Okay, then values are top thread, which are value, and here the sum. Here I get all the result of all years. I need now to filter during the execution of group by. So I can add here as the 6 parameter filter. I will say just to the function to get only years from top thread year that are greater or equal to 2013. Okay, greater or equal to 2013, and it's like into the filter function. So I will multiply top thread is yeah, okay, it's less or equal to 2016. And now I get the result only for years between 2013 and 2016. I format just the numbers. Okay, now we need to add another filter here. As the result from of this aggregation, we need to choose only values that are greater than 6 billion, which means this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, and now what I can do to make my formula more readable, I will add that. I will call for the first calculation A. Okay, this is a variable. You can choose the name that you want. Okay, and as the new result, I will filter. So filter. We have here the new table A, and what we include here, we don't have the name of column here, so we have to use the position. Here we have to use the third column. So to select the third column, and because the third column here is the last, we can use the function take. Say just take, or we can use also index. It's an old function and it's very useful. I will use index in A, and I say, hey, into index, please choose only the third column. Third column must be greater than or equal to 6 billion. 6 means not 6 multiplied by 10 power 9, okay? And I got the result. But unfortunately, here the total is considered as a row, which is a mistake. So I have to come back to my formula and remove the total. Okay, not here, yes, no total, 0. And here is my result. And now the last thing, we need the order by total amount, which is the third one too. So I will call this one B. And the final result is to sort B. All right. By the third column into a descending order. And voila, we have our result. First, we created our aggregated table as A. Then we filtered, we applied a filter during the calculation here, okay? Then we applied a second filter on the resulting table to keep only rows that with total greater than or equal to 6 billion. And finally, we sorted the result with the third column and minus 1. Okay. Here, with group by, we use it only some, and another example, we use it not this one. I think this one, yes. Not this one. I think this one. No. Yeah, this one. And we say that you can use other aggregated function within group by, count, sum, average. But here you need just to add them within each stake. Okay. And there is that was our example 17. So if there is any question, let me know it, Crispo. I think it's our last example.
I think there's an example 18 that has the width, you know, where you create like a fascio table. I don't know whether, is it example 18? Is there another example after 17?
I don't understand, Crispo. This example is?
I'm saying, is there another example after example 17, or that was it?
This example is 17. Yes, there is another one. We have time to do it.
Yeah, we have time.
Okay.
We have time.
It will be the last one. It will be the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will add this
that
one.
Yes.
This one is okay. In this one, to summarize, we want to group by this time. Okay, but what we want to do, we want to for each year and direction, we want to add the total of the top 3 or top 2 country. Okay, so here I will start by grouping by. To gain sometimes I can just come back here and yeah, it was this one. Remember here, first we need to group by As here it's formatted because I copied it from. By the way, I'm using this tool. It's an Microsoft tool that you can add to your Excel lab. And with this tool, you can see your formula formatted, and also you can debug your formula if there is any problem, if there is a mistake, not with group by not taken in consideration at this time, but not group by. I will use another one, for example, this one. Yes. Yes, I have problem. I don't know why, but I will check it later. So I come back to my example. Now I have this result. I have a table grouping by year, direction, and the sum of value. But here into this SQL script, what we want to do, we want to get these columns, but during the aggregation, I want to add only the value of the top two, okay, countries for each year and direction. For example, if I filter in 2010 in export, I want to get the sum of these two values, the highest values, which is USA and Canada. The total is 17 billion. Okay, so this is what I want to do with this script. So now, how to do that? Here, when we use group by, we can use sum, and we can also use lambda. Okay, if you go to the end, we can use lambda. With the lambda, which is new to, we can create a personalized function. It's very, very powerful. I strongly advise people to learn lambda function in Excel, because during my training session, I saw many people still using VBA, for example, especially VBA, to create personalized function or UDF within Excel. But with lambda, believe me, we can create many cases personalized function, and very powerful without VBA, just with lambda function. Okay, within lambda, I will use it to say to the group by function. So hey, during the calculation, take only the two highest value that you have. Okay, so before going with lambda, there is an old function that we can use to take the highest value of a rows, which is aggregate. This is very powerful function too, by the way. Okay, and there are also many people still using subtotals and ignoring the power of aggregate function. Here with aggregate function, we can select the large and small. If I choose large, 14, then we have options. In my example, I will say ignore nothing. The array, for example, I will take these values here, okay? And K, here we can say, hey, I want the first largest. It's 1. So I will get the highest value within this list. If I put here 2, I will get the second highest value. If I put here 5, the fifth highest value. If I want to get the first and second, because we are in Excel 365 and the results are dynamic, we can put 1 between brackets between curly bracket, we can put here 1, 1 and 2, okay? And here what I got the first and the second one. The first highest and the second highest value within my list, okay? So I will copy this formula and add it in my group by function. I come back to my group by function. Okay, instead of sum, I will use a lambda. Here we had to determine the parameter. In my example, I have only one, so it will be, I will name it X, for example, and I will say, I will pass my formula, and the X here is my, I will put here X. What you have to understand about X here? X here is the resulting of filtering by the corresponding year and direction. So I will check the result, then I will explain, okay? So here I have problem. I will say aggregated for 10 years because the lambda function cannot result into two cells. So here we have to add sum. If I add sum, it will work. Okay. So here, how we get this 17 billion? Here with this formula, to get the 17 billion, the group by will filter all the value for year equal to 2010 and direction equal export. And it will get many rows. Then into this, the new rows after filtering, these new rows correspond to X. Okay, and X, because X will be applied on the value here, so the X for the first rows will be like this one. I will simulate it here. 1000 and export. So the X in my first example are these rows, all these values. So the function here, so I filtered so we cannot see it. Huh? Okay. Here the function, what this function will do, will with the X, which correspond, I repeat, for the value filtered for 2010 and export, it will get the most highest value, aggregate 1 and 2. After getting this highest value, it will sum them, and now here in my, I will get for each year and direction the sum of the highest value of my countries. But here also you need to be careful when you use such as calculation. Here the total, it's not corresponding to the sum of these rows, because here the sum of these all rows is 127 million and not 28 million. So the total here is the total of the two highest value in my table. If I check here, if I sort this table and sum these two highest value, I will get the same result as you can see here. Okay, 28 billion. So you need to be careful with this total. This total for the person, perhaps there are persons here that use Power BI. When you use measures within table into visual table or matrix, visual matrix into Power BI, the total sometimes it's not corresponding to the sum of the value of the rows, but also the calculation will be applied into the total, and here the total is corresponding to this highest value into my table. So this last example, I added it just to show you that we can add other personalized function with the group by calling lambda, and it's very, very powerful. So imagine this very long script that I created into SQL, T-SQL. I use it, a very short one within Excel, and it's very cool and powerful. And that's it, Crispo. It was the last example. There are other new functions, but perhaps we can see them in another webinar.
True. There's a lot to digest from this one. I think I have to rewatch it like 10 more times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Anyone with a question? I know, sorry, I know we have taken an extra of your time. I apologize in advance. But it was so good. I think we would have gone for another 1 hour without getting bored.
Okay. I hope, yes. I hope it will be another session.
Yes.
And
yes.
It was, yes, I will be very happy to share my knowledge with people through your channel. Thank you very much, Crispo.
Okay, Hussein, thank you for coming. I'll share your LinkedIn so that people can follow you. Yes. And thank you for this session.
Okay, thank you very much, Crispo, and thank you for everybody.
Okay, bye.
Okay, and goodbye.